Right.
Jake is fucking stupid.
All right, Shalom.
Shalom. Yep.
All right, want to give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai, Ba'Shem,
Kakodash. Of course, double honors to the elder apostles, the great millstone who were. Peace and salutations. Of course, to the elder bishops as well, great millstone who were. Peace and salutations to the elect. That's out there, over 24,000 men, choice men, Israelite men. We had the doctrine of Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai. Written on their inward parts, of course. Of course, then you have the believers of the 1/3 remnant. I give a shalom unto you. All right, that's out there believing and such, and that's waking up to this truth. All right. We the brothers from Great Millstone Plaintables Camp in Philadelphia, preaching again. As we opened up the week, I believe, with a very, very great event, which was an earthquake, right? Earthquake happened in Turkey, was like a 7.8. And that brought mass judgment to not only Turkey but Syria and Armenia, I believe, in different surrounding areas and such. All right, and that destroyed a lot, of course, of infrastructure. You got brothers reporting on the prophecy of the river Euphrates drying up and such. All right, which is also causing drought. And that destroys also, different countries' ability to be prosperous. All right, because water, it brings life and such. All right, and a lot of things get done with water and such. So we're seeing Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai visiting this place. All right, so
let's start with the scripture.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
All right, as the brother said, a lot of people, the Most High is visiting a lot of people overseas and both in America. Right, with the earthquake that's happened, over 20,000 and counting has perished, man. And that also shows that the Lord is no respecter of persons. He is even taking out, young infants. But this is Matthew chapter 24 and verse 43. It says, "But know this, that if the good man of the house had known in what watch the thief would come, he would have watched and would have suffered his house to be broken up." Right? So you got to keep watching. Those people over there in Syria and Turkey, they did not know at what hour the Most High would visit them with the earthquake. Verse 44, it says, "Therefore be ye also ready, for in such an hour as think not the Son of Man cometh." Right? So if the Most High would have come today, right, he would see the brothers teaching, starting from the elder apostles on down. Right, the brothers at our camp, if he would have come, he would see a brother doing epistles or a lesson or whatever. So in like manner, when the Lord comes, we want to be in the spirit as much as possible, because we don't know at what hour he would visit us.
Yep, we'll get it. This would as we see, the Lord bringing judgment, to this place, and the Lord, at an earthquake, that's of course that's the presence of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. We know that the Lord's incorruptible spirit is in all things. All right. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
All right, and because knowing this, we try to persuade men, as it says in 2 Corinthians chapter 5 and 11, it says, "Knowing therefore the terror of the Most High, we persuade men."
Right.
Right, but we are made manifest unto the Most High, so that which we learn from the apostles and elders, we come out here to teach as well. And our trust also are made manifest in your conscience. So, Lord willing, you receive whatever it is we are taught in truth and in sincerity. From the Most High.
When you make the road,
like I said, we gotta be
there was
assured
some car
of
that
this
just
true
broke down.
doctrine.
Then
Because it's
you
only
basically
one
held
true
back all the
doctrine
way
that's out there.
up on the bridge.
So you got other, others that's out there trying to, of course, had an outward appearance of
Wawa on
their
the right
prophets,
side,
but
right?
they're not truly prophets and such, right? So we're seeing the Lord reveal these men, by, we going and scrutinizing them, scrutinizing their different breakdowns, the things they say. A lot of guys are winging it out there, just saying something and not even going into, like, looking into the actual history of of our people are things in general, you know, history. Because like I said, like Apostle always tell you, you know, secular history and of course the biblical history, you know, hey, you got to understand the secular to understand the biblical and such. You know, a lot of Jake, they try to, of course, ignore that, you know. So, what you got? You got the Alicia, you got it? You find it? All right, so yeah, through the terror of the Lord, we persuade men, you know? So, obviously, through terrors, which are different dreadful events that do occur, you know, it brings, of course, fear within men, all right? Then, you know, when somebody see, all right, a bad event occur, it gets their attention, you know, where in times past, like I said, many would ignore, you know, oh, that wasn't a judgment, I'm still getting away, you know, with whatever they're doing and such, you know, because a lot of people, they up to all sorts of mischief, but, you know, they tend to think as if they're getting away because, you know, the Lord is long-suffering. But the Lord, they said, he got no respect of person, as the brother mentioned, and he obviously bring forth everything in due season. We get that in the Ecclesiastes. First chapter, but you got that. Yeah, go ahead. So this is an account I think the brother wanted to bring out. Because also, like, a lot of people coming up against the men of the Lord, and like I say, them coming up against the men of the Lord, they don't like the doctrine of Yahweh Shai, in which we are ambassadors for Yahweh Shai. You know, we actually are coming on the behalf of Yahweh Shai, teaching the word, which is Yahweh Shai, all right, to the people. That's the gospel, all right, and to really the elect, all right, being prophets unto the nations. When the nations, they hear the fear of the Lord, that's telling you before time the things that's going to happen. That's the Lord's word. But it makes us prophets that we tell you before time, okay? And it come to pass. All right, so go ahead.
2 Kings chapter 2, verse 22. All right, so the waters were healed unto this day, according to the saying of Elisha.
Right, and Elisha was a prophet. You know, you had it where what? When that count where what? The waters was able to be drinkable in that time. Okay, and then he was a miracle. You read up above, right? Yeah, go read up above. So we can get it, because a lot of, like I said, we're in a time of very great miracles, and that's all happened through the words of the Lord, and the Lord giving the power unto his men. All right, so like I said, a lot of times, what the scriptures tell you how people shall be willing, they have power. A lot of people got to see the actual power. You know, they don't have, like I said, like where they blessed to see or hear and just believe. They might have to see some of these things. Go ahead.
2 Kings chapter 2, verse 21.
Well, the Lord said, but blessed is he that seeth not and still believe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
so
know,
I mean,
like Thomas,
I didn't see.
Yeah. But
I
he
saw
believed.
not, but I believe the word of what the apostles were saying.
The report.
America's going to be destroyed by thermonuclear destruction. I believe them.
And that's ultimately how you want to be, you know, like we just going off of faith. You know, like Abraham, you know, it was kind of, we could get that was in Romans. It tell you how it's counted onto him as faith. Remember, he had to sacrifice his son Isaac, you know. We're going to go into some of that case. The brother believed straight off of faith, off the words
Well,
of the
when
Lord.
the Lord Most High said, I'll make thee a great nation.
Yeah.
Said, make the stars of heaven.
Mm-hmm.
Said, Abraham believed the Most High was counted for him for righteousness.
Kind.
So, I mean, you got some people that will say, they'll say Martin Luther King was a homosexual and they'll lose faith.
Mm-hmm.
But they mind still in the world, you know? I saw that Elder Tar at the time. He said that to a dude, and the dude just walked off. Like, oh shit, that's all it took. Because they mind still in the world. Because when people hear us preach, they think that we're preaching so we can continue and get a better place in America.
Yeah.
That's some of these fuck dumbasses think. They don't know that we're going to be translated to a better kingdom,
Yeah.
a way better kingdom than this. But you can't be talking. These people are retarded.
Yeah.
All right. They think that we want a piece of Esau's money system and be treated fairly. That's that old shit they used to do in the '60s and all that, marching and want to be equal with the Esau. We're not trying to be equal with Esau. We're trying to reign over all the nations.
Yeah.
But that's too difficult and too draconian. That's too stern and fierce for most of our people to digest. And that's okay. They're not of the elect, you know. The prophets are built different than the regular people. So.
also get brother could get 1 Corinthians chapter it's like 1 Corinthians 1 chapter 1 and verse you start at verse like 21 or 20 or something like that. Yeah. Brother could get 1 Corinthians. Go ahead. You got it.
2 Kings chapter 2 verse 21. And he went forth unto the spring of the waters and cast his soul in there and said, Thus saith the Lord, I have filled these waters. There shall not be from thence any more death or barren land.
Right. When you hear he spoke a word, and that's have to have faith. You know, there's miracles, they require faith and belief. And Yakalba Page, asking you shall receive, but believe as well. Okay? That's a prophet of the Lord telling about the water that's diseased or cursed to be healed. Keep going.
Verse 22. So the waters were healed unto this day, according to the saying of Elisha, which he spake. And he went up from thence unto Bethel, and as he was going up by the way, there came forth little children out of the city and mocked him. You know what I'm saying? Tried to make a joke out of him.
Yeah, taunting them and such. You know, and you have it.
Because he looked funny. That's why.
Yeah.
So he was making fun of him.
Yeah.
Like people laugh at us, say we got dresses on or whatever. They don't say it no more. But they used to say it.
Yeah,
you know.
Go ahead. Yeah, sorry.
And said unto him, Go up, thou bald head.
Yes.
Go up, thou bald head.
Yeah,
And
that's a taunt. Go up there, bald head, you know. Go ahead.
And he turned back and looked on them and cursed them in the name of the Lord.
Right, this is the man of the Lord cursing these weak kids, so-called, right? You know, so, you know, us, the Lord's not respecting a person. We're not respecting a persons either, okay? We cursed them, all right? Go ahead. Good meaning to wish death upon them, are ill, harm.
The Lord ain't going to care if you fed a stray cat, you know what I'm saying? If you are an old lady,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? If you gave money to some crackhead down the block, like the Lord gonna do away with you.
you was in a soup kitchen or something like that. You
Yeah.
fed 1,000 people, apparently.
Like the people think the Most High actually care about that. Most High and Yakalba Page, they don't care about that. You know what I'm saying? They only care about what they told you to do. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be brothers. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to give alms to your brothers. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to further the ministry. Yep.
Yeah, scriptures say not to give unto the ungodly. You know,
Yep.
in Ecclesiastes.
Yep.
Right. Because that's one of the things that a lot of people like to make amends for.
I thought it was an invention book.
Give
That's why
to
I
the
picked it up.
quote-unquote needy,
But
and if
it's
you crack it, they'll
just
spend that
wrong,
same
that's-
money you gave them on drugs. You know?
Opioids and stuff like
Those would be
yeah.
vagabonds.
Yeah, like when I was coming from here, you know, coming down here and such, on the public transport, you got accepted. There's nothing but evil spirits. People plagued with demons because they on drugs and such, mental disease. That's just demons and such, and they all begging. I got headphones and they sitting there like, and I'm just like, but they'll still be persistent. And they stink. You can smell them like they stink when they coming up, making all type of movements. You had all different other heathen nations like had a Moabite. The dude was so stinking. He got like a damn,
planning on it.
what was it, like a sofa? You know, like if you disconnect a sofa, the back piece. He had one of the back piece like a pillow, and he just walking around with it, and he begging and stuff. Man, get away from me, you know. But hey, I say my rebukes, and you know, dude dismissed. Go mess with somebody else. You know? Go ahead.
Verse 24, and he turned back and looked on them and cursed them in the name of the Lord.
Yeah, in the name of Yahweh, which we do. All right? You can't just curse them. You know, because remember, there's a left hand and a right hand of everything. So, you know, people put up curses also on the left hand side. You know, dealing with witchcraft and such. You know, they'll do different things. You know, you've heard of like what's that, voodoo dolls and stuff. All of that. You know, there's that witchcraft get deep because you have a right hand as well. Okay, where we curse in the
Came
name
on
of Yahweh
Thursday.
Hashem El Shai. That's a
Thursday,
ritual. We
made
saying
it
it
to,
and believing it,
drop
and the
off.
Lord bring it to pass. All right?
So
And it's lawful. Many of the Lords have done it. All right? Go ahead.
And there came
you came
forth
the same way too.
two
Yeah,
sheep bearers
Okay?
out of the woods.
Right,
Finally
beast.
gets the lean, this person's
Beast
like
came
on the
in
forward.
with-
291 on the
And what?
bridge.
Yeah, right where that when you go to that Chick-fil-A where you gotta make that left.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
and
Hit a wall there. Yeah.
and there 42 children of them.
Yeah,
They
they
done
got
tore
stuck
up
on the same
a
bridge.
damn
Yeah.
gang of children, like a flash mob of
That's what you
kids.
got to take anyway, right?
Just
Yeah.
because
95.
they mock
Which is
a
usually
prophet.
quicker because 95 is usually
You know
blown up,
what the
especially with that
scriptures say?
stadium being right there or whatever.
not
That's
to
what
touch
they
the
might
Lord's
have.
anointed.
So you usually bypass a
prophets
lot of
no
that traffic.
harm.
Well, that goes into.
And talk about how what
does
if
it?
you
Oh, yeah.
offend
Oh,
a
Patterson
one of the
Avenue.
little ones,
Yeah.
it'd
Runs
be
right
better
back,
that
make
a
it right.
millstone be
One
hanging
block
about
up,
your
make it right.
Yeah.
neck and you be drowned in the feet.
Two more blocks.
You know?
That's what
Essentially, that's the
You
Lord
can
saying
both
that He can do
ways.
things to you that's worse than death. You know what I'm saying? He can do things that's worse than death to you. So it'd be better that you kill yourself than to have Him deal with you if you dealt with one of His prophets.
like 5 minutes.
Wrong.
Hey, you would try to kill yourself and the Lord
Yeah,
don't
it's-
give you that. You know?
That's what He do. You know what I'm saying? He can do things worse to you than death.
He's the remember what's one of his titles, the king of terrors.
Live camp.
So the Lord could do.
Yeah.
He
Flying out every day.
said, the Lord said, "I am." He said,
They're gonna
"I am."
put
The Lord is terrible. I am terrible.
Teams,
That's all in the scriptures. That's what we're dealing with. All right.
I took it.
Grim Reaper. All right, go ahead.
Verse
Yeah,
25.
put uploaded the
And
picture.
he went from thence to Mount
So when I was re-up there, doing the
Carmel,
screen record,
and from thence he
2 hours
returned
later,
to
they said,
Samaria. Samaria.
You can't
That's
you
it.
can't dispute it.
All right. So you see how the Lord brought
They saw it
terror
anyway.
Yeah,
I
right.
got
to
some subscribers in
his
the comments. I know
enemies,
somebody
enemies
followed
of men of the
one
Lord.
bishop.
Yeah.
Also
Watch,
brought
this is
off
female.
the balance. He
Mama,
showed he
this
did
is
a
female.
miracle through a man of the Lord. All right, the Lord do these different things. All right, so the brother got, y'all got a precept and mix?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, bring your mix, and then you got the Corinthians I called for? Are you, no?
I have another one,
Oh, all right, well, bring all that, what y'all got. Then I need the 1 Corinthians 1, and it was like
Doing
around like 20. All right,
Yeah.
well, go ahead. Who first?
This is Numbers 23 and 23, and it says,
Yep.
"Surely there is no enchantment against Jacob,
Yep.
neither is there any divination against Israel."
Right,
What are
and
you
that
saying,
goes
bro,
into
on your button?
like
Just
La'ah,
Sweet.
Quasam, Ba Yaikwab, Wala'ah,
One at the bottom.
what's it?
You
Divination.
have to do right away. Just be like,
We'll pull up in the
This
Hebrew.
is false
so
prophet. Just keep the manuscript.
Yeah, this goes into witchcraft. I'm just saying in the Hebrew. You have the divination, soothsayings, you know, spells and all that. They don't have that against the elect. You know, the Lord actually has a hedge about the elect and such. So, you know, even if like you got, I've had where I was out, what I was out doing, I was with another brother, you know, teaching him like the word. He used to be in the camp. He's not in the camp no more. And I don't know, you get these discourse with some random people and stuff. I told them about like, I don't know, they came against the word, some feminists. They were witches. They had dreads and everything, dreadlocks and everything. And they like pulled something out their pocket and they started doing like a circle dance around us and such. And then I think we might have just put a curse on them and stuff like that. And I was just like, that don't work, you know? And hey, Kasam, which goes into definition, meaning what? Divination or witchcraft, right? And then the other one is, what's another word? Kashat? Or I gotta look back. Yeah. You know, so there's no, huh?
Wait, you said which word?
Because Quasam, for the divination, you can look it up in the Mesotoric text. Because I don't have my actual, like, Brother Monica. You see the Mesotoric live. You can pull up the Mesotoric text if you want. But, going to divination. Got it? Yeah, I can pull it up. Numbers 23 and 23.
Okay, I got it.
Yep, go ahead. Lies, no.
Enchantment, Nachash.
Nakash.
Then,
With Nakash goes into what? Witchcraft.
yep.
Because remember, Esau was a snake. He's one that practiced divination. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, and then it says for some for divination.
Yep.
Yeah, it says divination.
Witchcraft.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, which people putting spells on you because you have different. Esau, Edom, you know, which is they're witches, right? And warlocks. They go and pray to the Lord, trying to curse us and such.
Yeah.
We have in the history of the brothers reading. You had was it Balaam and Balak?